Okay, good morning, YouTube. I forgot to tell you all, if you like my videos, just hit the subscribe button, so you can get more of my updated videos come to you. This right here on today, I got all my wires basically zip tied together. It's a bunch of them. This is gonna run to that side of the amplifier. It's my RCA jacks and my remote for the bass knob and all that stuff. And on the opposite side, I'm gonna take that side up and run my speaker wires to the amplifier. So I pretty much got most of my trimming up. I haven't took the radio out, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect to the amp and run all my trimming back this way. Now what I might end up doing right there where the amp's at, I might go ahead and splice the carpet to run underneath the carpet. Just take a little blade. Let me zoom out. Take a little blade. If you got this right here that will hold the wire, and you could just run it up through here and take your little blade and slice it and have access to bring it out and plug it in. It makes it look neat because all your wires will be hid. It also has the actual, you can take that loose and helps y'all just connect it back when you get done with it. So that's what I'm about to do, and I'll be right back. And this is what I got done. I went ahead and I tucked everything. Right here, the reason why I'm leaving this is gonna be for the headrest monitors when they come in. Because once I take the headrest off, I run my wires down through here, and it's another video for that. All the way through the back end, and it's gonna come up through underneath that side, and you just plug and play. Plug and play. Got my power source wire. You actually you actually could reuse the same remote wire that's going to the amplifier. But I'm going to have to run another one of these to that side over there to power that monitor over there. And you just take a self-tapping screw and just grind it right off in here somewhere for the ground for the TV. I will show you all that when they come in. But I'm just already trying to get myself set up. So doing it this way, I won't have to worry about pulling some of this stuff back off. It just be simply put the headrest in. I got my video source right there, my power supply, ground it out, boom, connects. All that's gonna connect to the TV. So all is gonna be ready and set up. So it makes your job a lot more easier if you're going back and definitely thinking about installing headrest monitors. Now if you're not, don't worry about doing it. But sometimes you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to install them now, but I'm definitely going to get some within the next couple of months. Well, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, because they'll say you have to take all this stuff back off. And one thing about cars is you don't want to keep popping stuff off, because you start to break stuff. You know, it's made out of plastic and all that stuff, so it gets very brittle. You know, once it's been tampered with over and over and over. So that's why a lot of times, if it's something I'm not planning on upgrading, but if I do upgrade, a lot of times I go ahead and I provide myself with a powerful amplifier. There's nothing wrong with having a powerful amplifier, because you got controls where you can turn it down. But that's if you ever say, you know what, I might just upgrade. So save yourself money. Go ahead and get the amp that you want. You always could turn it all the way down. You ain't got to have it all the way up to pop the speaker. That gives you room for upgrading. And it saves you headaches on how to take stuff apart to reinstall it. All thing you gotta do is just plug and play, turn it up, you're good to go. And make sure you're wiring. That's why in this vehicle, I'm not gonna go no higher than something that's gonna require me to run 0 gauge. So I run 4 gauge, you know, because I'm only running one woofer. And if I do decide to upgrade the woofer, that gauge wire will be able to handle it, because the amplifier I'm running is just a little bit more powerful than the subwoofer I'm installing. So keep that in mind. All right, let me tear this down and run my wires to this, and we'll probably end up getting today snatching the radio out, and because I got to run my wires in there, and it's probably getting this thing hooked up today. So bear with me. Just went ahead and snapped that back into place. These are where my wires was. That's good. Good and secure. Alright, so now everything's pretty much ready to go up in there. My only problem now I'm worried about is this. I didn't really pay attention to this. I can see now this is going to be short. Going up there. So now I'm going to have to find at least two more, maybe 3 foot. But I also have the for it. So I'll show you the connectors you might have to use. Because I didn't pay a description when I ordered it of how short, how many feet it was. But it's short. I might be short another 3 feet maybe. So I got some regular RCA jacks that I use for stereo equipment. It's the same. It won't cause any different type of interference. So I'm running to get 2 of those, and I got the connectors. All right. I think I might have some in here. I store them somewhere everywhere, but I want to show you what they look like. Here they go. These are what they look like. So it allows you to plug one in and plug another in, and they connect together. So normally we order these, they come in red and black. So I got the black that keeps me, keeps it color coded. Black on black, red on red. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, I got my connectors connected. I'm gonna wrap them up. The ends will let you tape, keep it from coming apart. This is what it looked like. See, so you can take an RCA jack and simply plug it into this end, like so. All right, so now that's done. So go ahead to the other side and run my speaker wire from up here all the way back here. Yeah, it's a lot of speaker wire. A lot of it I'm not going to use. It's going to get cut. But let me go ahead and run this right quick. Pop this up right here. And some cars are different. This one just happens to have pop-ups that you want to do towards the front and the rear. And that loosens it up. And you just pull up on it. Voila. Clip still in contact. Still intact. Lay that up there. Well, we get out the sun. I'm laying in the back of my truck. And you're gonna run the wires, but through there behind the seat, and I'll probably go ahead and connect them. And I also need to hook up the wire for the subwoofer box too while I'm at it. So give me a second. So what I'm doing, I'm splicing the wires back using could become your best friend. Trust me. If you don't have one, get one. Walmart, a lot of them sell them. I don't like the other ones that have the red handles. I want something where you mash it, it grips and then pulls it apart for you. I think that was like a good, I think it might have been a good It's $15. Power screwdriver. Now, these are my subwoofer wires, and I'm finna run down to subwoofer part, which is these right here, this one and that one, negative and positive on this side. Okay, now I'm finna pull my wires. I got my clothes hanger, do my little splice I did, because this is how it looks on this side. That's what I was talking about. Take your little blade, splice it, run it through, and your wires are hid all behind the carpet. If I lay this whole seat down, you won't see no wire, because it's all hid behind the carpet. So I'm finna pull all of these through right here, and you'll see in a minute. I would show you, but I had nobody to hold the camera for me, so bear with me. So that's moving. I do when you get ready. I put electric tape on it to hold it, secure it in that spot, and pull them all through easy. A clothes hanger can be your best friend too when it comes to installing wires. Okay, now I got it wrapped with electric tape. I'm trying to pull it, gently get it soldered up in there first. I'm trying to hold the camera and show you at the same time. And that's me pulling this right here on this end, on this clothes hanger. But gently work it. Move these wires out the way. You can see how it's done. Alright, get it. You want to get it started. Sometimes it will get caught on something. Pull it through, and voila. Comes out, pull it on out. And now it's the fun part of connecting all this to this. So bear with me. Okay, now that that's all pulled through, my power source wires, I went ahead and ran another wire from my remote. Because I thought about, instead of running from the head unit on the passenger side, because as I told you, this is going to control the headrest on the driver's side. I figured while I'm already in here, connect it also to this one, and cut it short right up in here for the passenger side headrest monitor. Save on wiring and save on a lot more tucking and hiding. So I'm going to go ahead, my ground wire, I'm going to cut it short. But I'm gonna leave a little room, because what you wanna do, you wanna lay your seat down, like I got it. And then my ground wire probably go right here. And that way when the seat goes up and down, it has enough pull where you won't pull it loose. So always remember that. Lay your seat down and still leave you a little bit of space forward. And I'm just gonna cut it and use a self-tapping screw and screw right in there, and we're good to go. Alright, so stay tuned. Okay, as you can see, I have my self-tapping screw tapped in. I put my terminal on there and make it look pretty neat. Lay that down over it. Alright, my subwoofer wire, I got it peeled back, and I'm finna run it. Always say the brown wire that has the gold is always my positive. I'm just gonna twist it together, right up in the hole. Screw it down, good. Do the same with the ground. Twist it up some more, make it good. Put it in the hole, screw it down. Alright, that's in there good. Alright. Alright, so now I'm gonna go back and go ahead and connect all the other wires. So when I show you in a few seconds, all these wires be connected. Cut these back and put the ends on them. So stay tuned. So now all that's done. As you can see, all the wires are screwed in. Looks good, looks good. Nice and neat, tucked good. I'm gonna fix that one right there, right quick. 'Cause I want it underneath. There we go. And then now I just pull this up like this. I'm not gonna close it all the way because now I have enough room to actually hide my wires. So I'm gonna go ahead and tuck that real good. Give myself a little slack so I can pull up and down. And then next, we'll run our way up and start pulling the radio out. And hook it up and hook the speaker wires up. I'll vacuum my mess up. And we're good to go. So stay tuned. Alright, I got all my wires neatly tucked. So now what I'm gonna do, just put a saddle. For the backup camera, it's another part I had to order. But I went on ahead and ran my wires for the backup camera. All that's tucked neat. I gave myself a little room down here. Once I get that part ordered in, all that's gonna go in and just connect. All that's gonna run to the TV though. But just stay tuned and you'll see what I'm talking about. So now let's put this back on, snug it. All that's good and snug. Wires ran up through there. Now I'm just trying to run all the wires up through there and be done with it. But now I'm gonna go ahead and cut them short because I have a lot of wires to play with. So what I can do, I can say, okay, well I know from here to here, I probably only need so much. So I'll give myself about this much room and cut the rest and get ready to pull this out. So stay tuned. Okay, I went in and cut my wires, and that's how long they are. Long enough for when I pull this out, I got room to tuck them in there. But I'm finna try to go ahead and run my GPS. That's all the wires. It's just best to just run it. You can cut it, and that right there can be reused. But now my antenna, see, this car is made different. I normally like to have the antenna up here, but this is a two-door coupe. So this doesn't move. And it's actually the door. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run mount the antenna right here. It's magnet. I mean, that's really what I would like to do instead of just, I mean, it can be done where you could drill holes if you wanted to. You know, that's up to you and the customer. But of course the customer don't want no holes driven in the top part of this, and I don't blame her. So, cause then if you ever have to sell it, they tack it off. They gotta fill that hole in the roof and paint over. It's more to be done to it than you really need to. So here is the GPS antenna. It's magnetic. We'll go on with the Power Acoustic, that brand. They have another brand that came out. I gotta learn it on. The actual, it's a 2-screen. I might try that out in my next vehicle. It actually, excuse me. It actually opens up. The navigation screen comes out, and it still has the standard screen for your actual radio or movie or whatever you're doing. But then it's pretty cool because actually the front driver or the front passenger, if you don't have a spare monitor on the side or even TVs in your sun visor, the person on the passenger side can still watch TV and you can still look at your navigation, which is pretty awesome to me. And it's your standard 7-inch screen, so I mean, hey, you got two 7-inch screens together. So let me run this antenna right quick, and stay tuned. All right, well now I ran my GPS antenna right here. It's magnet, but it's still not secure. So what I'm gonna end up doing, I'm gonna get just one piece of 2-sided tape. It's not gonna hurt the paint, and put on the edge, and I keep it for being locked down. So just in case you wash the car or whatever, you don't worry about it coming off. But I had to go and peel